from Katie May's life, and I thought I'd do a video today just sort of updating my weight loss journey and having a chat about sort of how I'm feeling, how I'm doing with it, and all that sort of good stuff. Obviously this is a safe space for people. I don't really have many people that watch my videos, but if you happen to stumble across this video with ill intentions and you want to spread some nastiness, please refrain from doing so. Obviously everyone has a freedom of speech and you can say what you like, but being negative isn't something I want on this page at all, because I know that if anyone else stumbles across this page that is also on a weight loss journey, they won't want to see that, and I don't want to see that myself. I do spread any sort of nasty comment, etc. I hope you still have a lovely day, and I hope whatever is hurting you at the moment heals, because there's no need for stuff like that. So getting on with the video, I put into my fitness pal last night my updated weight, and it turns out that I have lost 48 kilograms, which is insane. That's after about a year of trying, but all in all, altogether I've lost over 7 stone. I had originally, I'd lost about 3 stone when I first started back in January, and I sort of stopped and I put on a little bit, but I hadn't put everything on that I'd lost, and now I've continued losing weight and I've lost another, it will be another 5 stone, which is insane. I'm really proud of myself. I have people at work sort of commenting on the fact that they have noticed that I've lost weight, which is always nice. Some people get scared that they think it's rude to point it out, but I quite enjoy it because it lets me know that people are noticing that I am making a change to my life. Because I have lost 7 stone, but because I am quite big, I can't really notice it, and obviously you see yourself daily and it's quite hard. Like, I'm finding it really hard at the moment to appreciate that I have done really well, because I can't see it in the mirror really. I always used to buy clothes that were far too big for me beforehand, so the whole like, oh, knowing you can tell that your clothes are looser, etc., I can't really tell. I know in my brain that I have lost weight, because stuff that was really loose on me before now will just fall off even if I attempt to put it on. Trousers and such I can't wear anymore because they just fall off me, and I really want to be really proud of myself, and I should be really proud of myself, but there's something in my brain that's like telling me that it's not good enough, and I know that I've still got a really long journey ahead of me, but it's really hard at the moment because I have cried over it. I am wondering in my head, why don't I look different? And obviously I still have about another 10 stone to lose. I'm still massive. But I thought, like, I've lost weight before, but I've never been this big before, and obviously with that I would notice bigger differences, because I would see it because I was smaller beforehand, whereas now obviously it's happening all inside, like fat around my internal organs will be like the visceral fat and stuff. But it's still, it is getting me down, and I'm really starting to get annoyed at myself for feeling this way. But I know I shouldn't beat myself up for it, because I'm being getting told by my mum, by my dad, by my work pals that I am doing really well. It's just really aggravating, and I don't know if I'm alone in this, and like, I just can't see it yet, like myself, but other people are noticing, but I can't see it, and that's what's getting to me the most. I'm really, like, it's kick-ass that I've lost 7 stone, and I want to lose more, but at the moment I'm a bit stagnant with it. The last 2 days I've kind of been a bit wobbly with tracking my calories, etc. But I haven't binged. Like today I decided, you know, I'm going to film this video to up my motivation again, and it's, yeah, I'm hoping that because the only person that can stop me from food going into my body is me. It's not the world's fault, it's me. I have the power to not binge. I am not that wounded person that found comfort in food anymore. Well, I'm trying not to be. I've still got a lot of healing to do, but I don't want to turn to food in moments of uncertainty or when I'm not feeling 100%. And at the moment I'm not feeling 100%, and it's starting to creep back on me, and that's really worrying for me. But I'm not going to allow myself to do that. I've said today, look, it's gonna stop. I'm gonna get back on track. Not that I've been off track to the point where I've had a binge, but yesterday I didn't track my dinner. Today I've eaten my calorie allowance already, and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So unfortunately, I think dinner tonight's going to be a cup of tea. I'm in a really weird frame of mind at the moment because I know that I can do it, but I'm like, this whole seven stone scenario, because I haven't felt a massive difference, I have been really hard on myself. I look at other people's progress, and in their videos it will say they've lost 10 stone and they'll be a completely different person, but then I'm trying to remind myself that I'm a lot bigger than most people, you know. And the fact that I'm beating myself up, there's like two sides to it. Like, I should be really proud of myself, and I am really proud of myself, but then the other side of it is like, my brain's like, well, what's the point? You don't feel any different, what's the point? But I know deep down that I do. It's a constant battle, and I'm like, I am really struggling with it at the moment, and it's something that I'm gonna have to get to grips with. But I guess everyone lives in their body every day, so little changes you're not going to see or feel, I guess in this case see, as much as everyone else, because you look in a mirror and you don't see that difference. And I have before thought us when I was at my biggest, and I can't bring myself to take photos now because I can't look at my body at the moment, and that's really, like, that's a lot. That's really upsetting, and you know, it's something that I'm gonna have to work on. Truthfully, I know that I'm really big, but even when I was smaller, I saw myself as, when I look in a mirror, I don't know, I feel like I know that I'm big. People tell me that I'm big, but then people say that I am doing really well, but I only see a person that hardly fits in the mirror. I only see a person that is, I know this sounds really awful and very fat phobic of me, which is hypocritical, and I don't find anyone that is massive to be ugly. I don't find people ugly. I find people's personalities can be ugly, not the person itself. But for me, all I see in the mirror is someone who's like over 600 pounds, and that's just not the case. I'm big, but I know that I'm not 600 pounds, so why do I see someone that is? And it's been really disheartening for me, but I know that I'm kicking ass. Like, I know that I'm doing really well. People are telling me that I'm doing really well, and I will get over this hump. I will get through it, but it's getting to me a bit at the moment, and I just want to be upfront and truthful about everything. And tomorrow is going to be a fresh start. I've eaten my calorie allowance for today, so I'm just going to be making sure that I get all my fluids, get a lot of water in me, not beat myself up about it, and not let things lead to a binge. And I had some really bad news recently, and I think that's what's wobbled me as well, is before I would, right now, if I got that news before I started my journey again, I would have binged. I would have gone off the rails with it, because I know that food makes me feel euphoric, I guess. I am a food addict at the end of the day, and food releases dopamine in people's brains, and when you're low on that chemical or you're low on that feeling, food can do that for you. And it's really hard. It's obviously not to the extent of like drugs and stuff, but for me that is my, I guess you could say, kryptonite. And it was, and if I do go back to that, it will slowly and unfortunately kill me. That would be, obesity is what I would probably die of unless something else had happened, and I don't want that for me. I don't want to die of complications due to obesity. Anyway, moving on, I have recently come to the realisation that the body positivity movement with plus size individuals is a beautiful space. There is a lot of beautiful people in it, but I don't consider myself a person that is a part of the plus size body positivity movement anymore. I still think bigger women are beautiful, bigger men are beautiful, bigger people are beautiful, obviously non-binary people as well. But for me, I don't want to be a part of that anymore, because I want to change my life for the better. If someone feels as if they are happy the way that they are, then I am all for that. But for me, I am unhealthy at this size, and there is no two ways about that. I will have lots of visceral fat, and I am big. I used to struggle going upstairs. It would put me out of breath, etc. And I guess with work, I am noticing a change in the fact that I am able to go for long. I'm a housekeeper, so we do a lot of steps in a day, so that's helping me with my weight loss massively. If I had a desk job, I don't think I would have lost half as much as what I've lost, and because I'm on my feet for 8-9 hours a day. So I have a lot of thanks to, although I don't like my job that much, owe a lot of thanks to my weight loss journey to my job, because honestly I don't think I would have lost half the weight I've lost, like I said, if I didn't do like 10, 12, 13,000 steps a day. I am on a calorie deficit. I am still in a deficit, and I will probably be on a calorie deficit for the rest of my life. That is something that works for me, because I find that I can have sort of anything that I want in moderation, and that really helps me. Literally is that people overcomplicate weight loss so much, and I get really frustrated on Instagram and stuff, because you have all these videos come up, what I do personally, have all these videos of diets and what people think, like you should do this diet and you'll lose this much, or do this workout and you'll lose this much. But for me, I recorded a whole like 20 minutes and my phone was the other way around, because I decided to shoot with the back camera for once, and none of it recorded, so I love that for me. But I think where I was talking about diets on Instagram, and the whole toxic diet culture is like, I think for people that are trying to lose weight, it can get really confusing and really like stressful even. Like, I know that I've gotten frustrated when I see loads of different videos of, oh, you should try this diet, oh, you should do this, you should do this, all over my Instagram, and I get quite a lot of like personal trainers reach out to me, or people that want to give me their diet, like, I don't know, like to get me to pay for their like personal coaching. And for someone that's had it drilled into her head since she was like 8 years old, it gets like, no thank you. But it's quite patronising in a way, because people that have been overweight and that then lose weight and then start a business helping other people to sort of go on their own journeys, I think's brilliant. But I think if you haven't been big yourself, you can't truly understand what it's like to start that journey and how scary it is. And I have been on many a failed diets, and I have tried losing weight since I was little, because I've always been big. I've always been overweight. Even when I was a child, I found comfort in food from a very, very young age, because I was relentlessly bullied in school, you know. But that's besides the point. I think if you haven't been through something like that yourself, or you don't have a binge eating disorder that has literally compromised like your quality of life, you can't fully grasp or understand that it is confusing and it's scary, and you don't need all these people constantly barging your head with like their methods the best, and or like, you need to try their diet or you need to try their regime. You literally, all you have to be in is a calorie deficit. And I am surrounded by so many beautiful people on like my Instagram that are going through their own journeys, that are so supportive and that do give me constructive criticism if they think that maybe like I need a bit of help. Like, and we all, like, it's beautiful that like the amount of support there is there for people who are going through similar things to someone else. But going back on to Instagram, like, sort of pages, there is one Instagram page that I do actually follow and I quite like, because his videos are they're no nonsense. He just tells you how it is. He's very much into calorie deficit, the best way to lose weight, and he understands like the emotional side of like eating and stuff. And I don't think he's ever himself has been big, but he's the most understanding person on these like fitness Instagrams, and sort of, I don't know, like he's really well known. He's really, like, people know him, but his videos sort of help me like understand that calorie deficit is the best thing for me. I think it's like Sean Casey, I think that's his Instagram name. I'll pop a screenshot of his Instagram up. But I find if you're starting out on your weight loss journey, maybe give him a follow. He just explains that how it is. It's no nonsense, no like my diet's the best diet. It's just, he says it how it is, and I like that. Moving on, I was saying, obviously at the moment I'm struggling with getting that motivation back, because I'm not seeing the results that I thought I would. I'm getting a bit like, oh, like, what's the point? And I'm gonna be open and honest, like, because I've still got about 10 stone to lose. I've still got a lot of weight to lose before I would be even remotely classed as healthy. Like, I'm a big girl, and I guess because I've been on this journey for so long, and this is like, I thought 7 stone would like change my life, and it's not. I still feel the same, but I have people around me that are telling me that I'm doing really well and they can see a difference, and that does help to a certain extent, because obviously when I look in the mirror I see the same person every day and I find it quite hard to see a difference. Like, I took photos of when I started my journey all the way back in January, and I still have them, even when I like decided in the middle of that I would give up after losing like my 3 stone, getting back on it. And then ever since I've lost this further 5 stone, I can't take photos, pardon me, sorry, I can't take progress photos. I tried before and I thought, oh, there's going to be a difference, I'm going to be able to tell, and there isn't. And while not a massive, like, oh my god, it's a different person difference, and I thought there would be, and there wasn't, and that really got to me. I really struggled with that, but I'm trying to convince myself that it is worth carrying on, because I know deep down that it is. Like, not even deep down, like, I know it is. Like, imagine this time next year when I can look at a photo and I look completely different, and I'm not just doing it for like the superficial reasons as well. I'm doing it because I don't want to die of obesity. I don't want that to be the thing that kills me. And if I keep on going the way that I was going, it will. Like, I will die because I will become super morbidly obese. Like, I would be bedbound, and I don't want that for myself. I don't want that life. My soul hurts for the people that do unfortunately have that life, and I never judge, like, I never base people's value on their size, but my heart does hurt for the people that like do unfortunately live that life. But I don't want that for myself, and I could easily slip back into that if I get back into my old habits. And it's really scary, because when I was at my biggest, I could have easily another 10 stone, another 5 stone, and I could have easily like been in that predicament. I could have easily like become bed bound. I still have a really long way to go. I've still got another like 10 stone to lose, like, so it's a really weird, like, I hadn't fully grasped how much weight I'd lost until I popped it into my fitness pal. But I didn't have that overwhelming sense, because when I get on the scales each week and I see that number go down, it feels good. It makes me feel good. But it didn't, and I think that's because I can't look into a mirror and say that I can positively see a difference, because I can't. I still feel like I look exactly the same as I did when I was my biggest, and that really hurt me, and that made me flick back into, well, what's the point? What's the point? I might as well just go back into how I was. And I had some really awful, like, I have had a bit of a rough time of it recently. And before I would have binged, I would have gone completely back. I would have not bothered. I would have not wanted to know. I haven't. I've had a few days recently, but I know that I'm going to get back on it. Like, I know that I'm going to be fine. And it's just reminding myself that it is worth it. Think about this time next year, it's going to be worth it. And I guess that's what's kind of spurring me on. Like, everyone has wobbles, everyone has bumps in the road, you know, and fortunately right now is a bump in the road, and it's a really weird place to have a bump in the road, because surely finding out that I'd lost more than what I actually thought I had is, you know, I should be absolutely ecstatic, but I'm in a really weird place at the moment, and I need to get out of it. I need to shake out of it. I'm holding myself accountable. Like, this isn't okay. I need to get back on track, and I will. Making sure that I don't go and binge, and I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm not going to allow myself to do that. And then tomorrow, fresh slate, and then straight back on it. And I am going to start reminding myself that I need to be proud of myself, that if other people are proud of me, well, why aren't I proud of me? Because that's what matters most. It doesn't matter what other people have to say, it's what I feel, and I need to be proud of myself. I need to remember how far I've come. This sounds really narcissistic, Jesus. Found since like losing, like going on my weight loss journey, if someone calls me fat, I'll be like, yeah, and what of it? I am big, so what? Because I know that I'm actively working on making myself healthier. I'm always going to be a big girl. I'm broad-shouldered and I'm nearly 6 foot tall. I'm always going to be a big girl, you know. I'm always going to be thick-boned, as they say. Not exactly thick, just big-boned. So I will always have comments, even when I wasn't as big as what I am now, even when I was playing rugby, even when I was going to a military preparation college and I had lost loads and loads of weight. People still make comments because I'm tall and broad, and that's something I'm going to have to live with. But now, because I know that I'm actively working on myself to learn to love myself and to learn and to become healthier, that people's comments do just slide off my back, and sometimes they will get to me. Like now, right now with the way that I'm feeling, if someone was to say something, it would get to me. But on a normal day, I'd be like, and so what? And that's something I have noticed since starting my journey, is that when I wasn't actively trying to better myself, comments would get to me. But now, because I know that I'm not going to be the skinniest. I know that I am not going to be 7 stone wet through. Comments like that, I'm gonna always get comments because I'm tall and I have broad shoulders. Like, I kind of own it in a way. Like, I'm proud to be tall, and I'm proud that I have the same shape. Like the women in my dad's side of the family, we're all a really similar shape. Quite a weird body shape, but it's something that I'm proud of because I've never met my dad's mother. She sadly passed when he was young, but apparently we've all got a similar shape. We've all got the broad shoulders. Like, all the women have the broad shoulders, and I think that's really cool. I think that's really kick-ass. That makes us a bit different. But that was totally off topic. So with my journey, I found that like I'm learning to practice self-love and learning to accept that not everyone is gonna like how I look, and that's completely okay. Like if they don't like how I look, close your eyes, you know. And with that, I found that my binges and such have like kind of, like I said, I am trying to pick up on my little wins. Like last month I only binged twice and I only purged twice as well, whereas that is something I used to do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a week. I used to, maybe like I said 7 times, I used to sometimes do it every day, and that's something that I am now down to doing it like once, twice a month if I'm having a really tough time. And maybe hopefully one day I'll be able to say, oh, I've gone 5 months completely binge free, and then in the future I'll be able to say I'm binge free now. I don't feel the need to binge and purge anymore. I can control how I feel and I don't depend on food, and that is my main goal. And I will get to that stage, and I am, you know, I'm slowly learning that I'm trying to remind myself that I haven't seen massive changes in the way that I look. Well, me personally, other people have said that I look different now. My body's a different shape. See, not the broad shoulders, still got them, but I am starting to have more, like, I don't go straight down now with a big butt, with a big tummy. I've still got my big tummy, but I actually have more shape, because I'm obviously a bit of an odd shape, but my hips, they're not like, I'm not slim thick, but they do actually go in a tiny bit instead of going straight down. And my dad says I've got less lumps of rolls of fat on my back as well, which is like a good thing, I guess. So little things like that are nice to hear, but mostly I'm trying to grasp onto the fact that now, because I am calorie counting, I don't binge as much and I don't purge as much, and they're really like, that's insanely cool. Like, that's good, and I should be proud of myself for that. And I have lost 7 stone, but I'm finally starting to beat my eating disorder, and it's going to be something I will probably live with for the rest of my life, I won't lie, and I will have relapses, etc. But I want to get to the point where I am not dependent on food to make me feel better, and I will get to that point. It's just learning, and it's a journey. Like, it is literally just a lifelong journey. That was a complete ramble, but yeah, for me a calorie deficit is the best sort of diet. It's one that I've managed to stick to, it's one that has been most successful for me, and it's one that I think that I could continue for the rest of my life. Obviously when the years go on, I will be able to start to, when I've lost like everything that I want to lose, I will be able to start to not eyeball it, but be a bit more lenient, just not go back to where I was. By then it won't be a chore as such. I wouldn't really call it a chore, but it would just be my life then. It will just be something I do. It won't be anything that I have to think about, and I'm trying to like make it something that I look forward to, that I will get to that stage where it will just be that I can eat stuff in moderation, and I don't have to constantly worry about weight gain, and I just want to live a normal life. What normal is exactly, I don't think anyone lives a normal life, but I just want to have a normal life around food. I don't want an eating disorder anymore, and I don't want to be morbidly obese anymore. They're my goals. Not to be skinny. Like I say, I think people of all sizes are beautiful. Like, you know, you can be big and be gorgeous, and I have no qualms against people that are confident in their size, and I think that's really cool. But I don't want that for myself. I want to be healthy for myself. I want to see my nephew grow up. I want to heal my inner child. That means that, like, when she walks into a room, she's not constantly wondering if she's the biggest one in there. I want to do it so I can have more energy to go see my friends. I want to do it so I'm not embarrassed anymore. I want to be able to walk into a shop and buy clothes, and I want to be able to, like, even rings. I want to buy myself a ring that will fit my fingers. I have really fat fingers. I don't want really fat fingers. I want nice hands, and I want to buy a ring that fits my fingers. And it's just little things like that that I will end up getting to, and you know, I'm excited for that. And yeah, so yeah, as like a summary is, I'm on my calorie deficit still. I have a bump in the road, but I will get through it, and I have lost, I think it's 7 stone and 6 pounds, or 48 point something kilograms. I will have to double check because I'm not 100%, can't remember. It was like 48 point something kilograms. And yeah, I'm excited to see where this journey leads me, because it's a lifelong journey. And this time next year, you know. So I think that's enough of me rambling on, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. It can be lonely and it can be scary to start a weight loss journey or to start your healing journey, because some people might want to not necessarily lose weight, want to just heal from their eating disorder. If you feel like you are alone and you just want someone to message or vent to, feel free, or just follow me on my Instagram account and we can do this together. Anyway, please leave a like and subscribe, and I upload videos every single week, so I hope you stick around. I hope that I see you again soon. Have a beautiful day. Bye.